code is really disturbing you.
I'm managing.
I'm our phone. When my phone.
I'm managing.
That's an acute diarrhea.
I'm managing.
Oh, that's all right, so I'm team there. What do you have for us today?
Oh, and then they are bunny toto.
Toto.
Oh, Becca said, "Be a metano." Cassatin to metano.
Hey, my uncle.
Please, unwanted guests, get out from the studio. We beg you. Uncle.
Hey, uncle.
Okay, so the Ghana National Association of Teachers has given the Ghana Education Service and Police Service 3 days to prosecute a student who has stabbed the left eye of a teacher in offense. You know what happened? Teacher tried there, and the student was seen loitering around. So the only crime the teacher committed was telling the student to come back to class. Ahwana fiam fuma, or this kind of war nini. And to the DJ Cham, I'll start with you. With Ghana National Association of Teachers giving Ghana Education Service and Ghana Police Service 3 days, sometimes we need to ask ourselves these questions: that is it the Ghana Education Service failing to do their job, or is it the teachers, or is it the students, and now say is it the parents of that student itself?
Good evening, Ohima Trimida, once again. I want to thank you for this opportunity. And if you ask me this question, I will say everyone or every institution have a role to play in this kind of situation, especially the boys' parents, especially because depending on the discipline, summary. So what I say, and then again, you see, we have people whereby Charlie, they are not born to go to school. So what I say, they are never born to be in school or something. So in this case, no, we don't know the case actually, but then on 50 preoccupies for the second year one maybe there are other things that have gone wrong. Maybe several times or so many times, or someone annoy him somewhere before coming to the class. But at the end of the day, that is a very stupid, excuse me to say, act that the guy did. So Ghana Education giving the police 3 days to act on this thing. I think even 3 days no grant for the also. At that instant, no say to me a chin and I say jailing no crampo for this kind of act, because so Bianca Obi any one man can be on Kobekun. So both Ghana Education Service and parents have also have responsibility about this kind of issue. And when it comes to Ghana Education Service, we see say there were rules and regulations at the end of the day in the school be they have done their part. And then again, I don't think that there will be that in that community camp, police station camp or that community. So this kind of stuff, no, normally be more Ghana Education Service. This are normally near to 2 years because they need a community. So a JHS student too. So yeah, SHS so a primary. We don't really know, but at the end of the day, I think the 3 days for Ghana Police Service no is too much. Yeah.
All right, Sister Debbie.
When it comes to situations like this, all parties has a role to play. The education service has a role, but the education service, their representative is the teacher on campus, and so the teacher does his best by teaching you, guiding you, because let me say this: when you are born into this earth, it's like you spend 99% of your whole life in the school. You wake up in the morning, you do your house chores, the rest of the days are spent in school, and then you come back to spend the night, and then the next day you are still in school. So 99% of your whole life is being spent in school, and so the teachers has a role to play, and then the parents also has a role to play. But we were in this same country where when a child goes wrong, I mean the teacher actually has the responsibility, because it's not only teach. The teacher is equally your parent on campus, because they also guide you when you're doing something wrong. They either cane you or give you a punishment. But we were here and they came that they shouldn't cane any student on campus. They should stop. I'm not saying that It's bad, but they said they should stop caning children, they should stop giving unnecessary punishment. And you and I can actually testify to the fact that when the cane was there, people were actually behaving well. In fact, even though people used to misbehave on campus, then you are going to misbehave when the teacher does not sees you around. But then when the teacher actually spots you that you are doing the wrong thing, he will actually discipline you and make sure that you are being passed through the right channel. But nothing is going on any longer. So now whether the child is doing something bad or wrong, they are just looking at, and it has actually given the advantage to students to do bad things. But here lies the case: this is your teacher. What what effrontery do you have to actually use a knife to stab your teacher?
But
It means
you see, sir, even before Ghana Education Service will bring up or brought up this kind of rules, even if your child does something in school, that's a teacher, the kind of the way our parents will come to the school and
then it means you the parent. So if let's say that the child, the mother of this particular child is like that, then that's what they've planted and they are reaping it. Seriously. Because me, my mom, if I go out and I go and fight trouble, I have to settle it there. No matter how right I am, when they bring the case, my mother will never support me. He will support my opponent when they are gone. Before she will come back. So if it is cane, they will cane me. Whatever they will do to me, they will do to me before my mother will correct me. So in find your trouble. So someone like my parents like that, I cannot get trouble in school and then go. You are sick. Go home. You're going home to call who to come and support you in what? You see, but it's very bad. We were here. We've heard a lot of cases where children were arguing of whose parents is the most richest. At the end of the day, they stabbed one to death. And here lies the case: you stab your teacher in the eye. Who taught you that? Hey. What are you watching? What are you watching on your phone? You see, sometimes too, the parents play a role. Sometimes the kind of the people, like friends you associate yourself with. I know, like you are in the house. Sometimes you can be working with someone after the person is gone. Your mom will call you to advise you. Who is this person?
We mean teacher nature because I didn't they know this kind of class.
No, like these things normally is common in senior high schools where you see those kind of gangsters that do not stay in class with. They have anything on them. They have anything on them, but I don't actually know whether it's a JHS student or SHS student who did this. But sometimes it's because of the kind of things they watch and the kind of friends they follow. And most of these stubborn guys, especially when the school is closer to forests where there are fruits like mango and those kind of stuff, they come along with anything at all just to make sure they'll just get into the bush. But the essence of taking the knife to stab the eye, now the teacher has now become a nipozo.
One eye.
Like one eye.
Terminator.
A nipozo. Like it sounds funny, but it's not funny. A nipozo.
Is it an English word?
No, it's a Chi word. Pozo. Someone who is like the nine, a nipozo. Like now you have one eye to see, and then the other one is not functioning. And you see, this issue like this, must we call the police? Are we supposed to give the police like deadlines to arrest this person? No, instantly they have to arrest the person. Oh yeah, he will run, but they should. But this one, see, I'm sure they will still bring money. Anyone who finds him, they are going to give him money to arrest him. They should arrest him so that it will send. See, a lot of things are going on. A lot of, do you know the number of things that students are doing to teachers and the things teachers are doing to students that is not coming out? There is one, I wanted to talk about this thing, and they said this my mouth. My brother, his class, science students, when they were doing practical and stuff, for the science students, they deal with chemicals and those kind of stuffs. And then a colleague of his saw acid. Let's say I saw acid and I ran to tell Regina that it's glucose. Glucose. And he drank it. It was after he finished drinking it and then he shouted that no, at the end, like, it has actually, when they got to know it was acid, he's dead. What can you do? There is nothing. So it goes to a time, the passage through which he takes water and like food got damaged, so they have to be passing the food through what's the name? Tube. So he got okay, but then he can't swallow anything through. I think he survived for, let me say, 3 weeks, and then he's dead. And after now, that case has become something. No one is talking about the issue. No one. And this one, a teacher, you are responsible, because even in the science laboratory, they'll caution you that this thing is toxic, and then they'll actually write. And you see, friends, he tested the thing, and then he didn't drink it all, and then he ran. Hey, glucose, you to glucose acid. How
he tasted it? When he tasted
the
it,
first person tested the thing. He didn't actually swallow it. He poured it in his tank.
But with acid. The charm. And there are types of acid, because there's no way you can.
But with
actually
acid. So let me put it that, like, it's acid though, but it's the
is it
diluted acid? Some way, something,
sort
some
of
ways
in
like
a way,
that.
like slow poison or
Yes,
something.
but only the first person, his own was actually detected early, so they rushed him. But this one, like, by the time he get home, like, his throat and everything was damaged. So they sent him to the hospital, like Kolebu and stuff. They couldn't do anything. So now he's dead. He's dead and gone. So you see, this petty things, it's something that is very, 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 very serious. A lot of things are going on that is not actually coming out for people to hear. It's going on, but they're actually hiding it behind the scene, not for people to hear. But it's very bad. Stabbing your teacher, people even do worse. So this kind of issue, the person should be arrested with immediate effect. You don't wait. You are not giving the person, even this one, when you arrest the person, the damage has already been caused. So the best thing, that parents should actually caution their children very well. You see, this is the main reason why sometimes teachers don't want to correct students when they are doing certain things, like they are doing the wrong thing. They just keep quiet and they are looking at you, because their life is actually at stake.
All right, thank you very much. So to our last story for today, it's a question and also something someone said. So the first question: how can African families balance cultural expectations with love and acceptance for transgender members? And we all know transgender, a man turning into a woman turning into a man. That is what we mean by transgender. And also, I think just recently, some judge made a statement that if President-elect John Dramani Mahama comes to power and he doesn't sign the LGBTQ bill, he wouldn't know peace. So with what he said, fashion critic Charlie Dior has made a statement about this in particular. And to DJ Rock, my patron, you share video and we'll be right back.
One out, yeah. Because I read somewhere, Sam George made a statement, and I'm misquoting him right now, but basically, or say, if Muhammad doesn't sign the bill,
which bill?
The LGBTQ bill now we're introducing, he's not going to have any peace. That's what Sam George said allegedly, but I don't want to misquote him. And so I made that comment, and at that comment, they are going viral right now. Say, matter of fact, the LGBTQ bill on shredding. Everyone's want to shredding. I say shredding means destroy.
Yeah.
Why? Why? The question should be why not? Because it's not part of what importance right now for Ghanaians. The main reason why people voted for Mahama was not because of the LGBTQ, it was the economy. Let's be for real. The economy, the things, LGBTQ doesn't affect the price of KK. What somebody is doing in their room, it doesn't affect the electricity bills, the fact that you guys don't have a job, and all of those things. What you need to fix, it's not the sexuality of people. What you need to fix are the roads. What you need to fix are the hospitals. What you need to fix are the schools. In St. George, if LGBTQ is your top 10 things on your list as to what you need to fix for the people in Ghana, then you've lost the conversation. Tennessee have several seats. You will do my 24-hour economy, healthcare, and being sanitary party. Yeah. These are the things that are affecting the people of Ghana, and that's why they went out to vote. And yet they have number way on them, and how big she wants it and how small she wants it.
One out four, yeah.
Because I read somewhere.
All right. So thank you very much. So now the question is, I asked the first question, and this is the second question. Should LGBTQ plus be scrapped? Should it be shredded, as how Charlie Dior said, or should it be passed? Because as he said, the LGBTQ bill doesn't affect the economy, doesn't decrease the prices of whatever we are facing. So, Sister Olivia, I'll start with you.
Well, even though LGBTQ, it doesn't, how will I even say it? Even though it doesn't affect the prices of Kenke, as she said, but it's something that we prohibit. It's something that is against our culture, and it's a law that has been a bill that has been presented into Parliament for how many months or years now? No, when I say yes, maybe I'm going to for how many months now since President Akufo-Addo came into power. They presented this bill, talk about it, even though it doesn't contribute to how the cedi to a dollar is actually not correlating with the bill. Still needs to be passed. It still needs to be passed. So even if the Mahama, yes, we know Mahama is actually voted for to come and do things like make sure the cedi and the dollar, like there is should I say that should, like, okay, fine. So let me put it this way: we actually see to it that when Mahama is in power now, the cedi to a dollar should be stabilized. Yes, and then should make sure that like unemployment rate and a whole lot that the MPP government has actually said that they've created 2.6 million jobs and we are still not seeing anything. You should do something about it. But still, this LGBTQ plus something that they've sent into Parliament, it should be passed. This thing is not something that we should be dragging here and there. How many seconds will it even take current elect president John Dramani Mahama to just take a pen and sign it? That's it. There is nothing much will go into it. See, I know we have people here, even though maybe we don't see them, but I know we have people that are actually into that. Like just this afternoon, I was just watching a video on TikTok, and a lady who is actually a content creator, like is actually playing the role of a male and a female, and then somebody watching is like, I'm falling in love with you. Like, just look at this, you know, like it sounds funny, but it's not. She might like mean it, but then when you read this thing, the laws that they've passed, even if somebody makes that comment, you have to be arrested. Yeah. But what the person is saying, she meant what she's saying, and the other person is like just creating a content just to get her money or just to get fame, and you are watching, you're like, and it's not only one person. Oh, I went to the comment section, like intentionally reading, and she says, if you look at she's a female, but she looks like a male. When she dressed like a male, she is like, should I say she's more handsome than she's beautiful or something? But she's a female, and so like, I'm in love with her. I was like, look at this. So you see, you've stated this, you have to be arrested because you meant what you are saying. You get it? So this bill is not anything that we should be dragging. Yes, it won't add up to it won't add up to whether the cedi is going up or the economy or anything, but it should be passed. As simple as that. You just come, you sign it, and that's it. After you finish signing it within a twinkle of an eye, then you focus on all the other things. And because this one is not anything, that this signing bill is nothing for you to go and sit with big men. It's not IMF. You're not going to borrow money for you to have a meeting with the representatives of IMF, sitting down, signing things. No, just a pen and something very small. Yes, I accept it that I've signed this. Anyone who is caught doing this, doing that, dressing a male, dressing like a female, like doing things that is actually not, making sense. that is relating to this LGBTQ plus should be arrested. As simple as that. There is nothing, I mean, so big about this thing. So just something small for you to sign and then we are there. If mistakenly you are caught, you'll be arrested. That's it. That one, there is nothing you can do. So the bill, it's a necessity.
All right. Thank you very much. DJ Chan.
Well,
to necessity
to pass. They should pass the bill. The LGBTQ bill. They should pass it. Yes. Why? They should pass it because it's necessary.
Are you giving your time to hear?
But I say you don't know. I say you don't know. We have people here doing that. They are doing it, but they are hiding it.
So what?
And even in the schools.
Pass, how would this kind of school children will act in school and other stuff?
I don't get it.
What are you saying?
Gay. LGBTQ plus I plus I. They shouldn't pass it. That
Should we Ghanaians practice that?
Practice the LGBTQ.
You know, you're in a country. John is excellency, coming excellency. John Dramani Mahama. Also, you're very careful because and you know my women are 2 months on my members so. And then again, or not to her a penny. Mention this of a man name banner accusing any woman who say
Farida. Agro.
He said, I'm interested in her. Now we say, or banner conquer ye. No, it's not part of our culture. A banner son of her in my basis. Maybe can show Debbie a card door 19.
Okay, well, last word. The
last word is say, on Shana or making sure say, or be Biala who say, or yes, are acting. And the politicians, they know themselves. Some of them,
most of them are yes, they are in.
And I learned the same people who are
passing the bill.
Yes,
they are part.
Yes,
they are part.
So they should be careful.
They are part. They are part. Continue.
And then again, with the students now, this second one teacher. See, they should arrest this guy immediately. Baby Oshebia, that kind of 3 days there is too long. And at that instant now, if say students maybe they were afraid to attack the guy, but if say they say recently, because Ban says that the entity in 2010 and on Chelsea. So what I say, so the police should come into this very fast now, because if they don't do anything about it, someone else but doing say, oh, somebody here no be definitely also be follow those kind of trending so when you self defense
okay, Sister Debbie.
Yeah, so the LGBTQ, the law needs to be passed just like this. Like you be this. These things is actually common in single sex schools. I mean, boys' schools, girls' schools. It's very, very common. Sometimes when the teachers and the madams actually initiate those innocent girls. Like you see, SHS like this. A lot of girls you are bathing in the same. You'll be shocked that you are busy bathing. Somebody is actually looking at something. You get it, and some of them will actually get the courage to come and tell, hey, it's so wavy, but it's something that is very important that we should actually check. But seriously, like you take it as a joke, but it's not a joke. Like this, somebody is creating a content and you are there. Someone is saying that I cover my with the blood of Jesus. You are trying to push me into being a lesbian, but I won't. And I was like, look at this. So you see something like this, no, you are arrested. Something like this, you are arrested. Then when it's something like that,
you Ghana prisoner,
no, if they do that to one person, the other person will be cautious. Sometimes some people just say that out of fun, but then when you see it happening to someone else, you'll be very cautious about the kind of things you post out there. You get it. Then for this child, it's a pity. It's a pity, Ankasa. Taking a knife to stab a teacher. What is he being taught in the house? What is he seeing on the phone? Which kind of friends does he go out with? And so they should be careful, and the teachers too. We beg you. Somebody to loiter. Allow them to loiter. It's their life.
It's your future.
It's their life. But you see, I used to say those days that there are certain teachers when you were in school, you feel like they are very wicked, but
Yeah,
when you get to some level, you understand, and you even
actually help.
Yeah, sometimes you call them to appreciate them for what they've done for you. So at that very stage, you won't know that they are helping you. But then when you get there, you even curse yourself that you didn't allow yourself to be taught. You get it. So parents, they have a lot of role to play, because is it charity begins at home? Yes, charity begins at home. So the teachers too. For me personally, they later I'll say sometimes you too, mind your business tomorrow, because it's their future and their own life.
All right, thank you very much, DJ Cham. Over to you.
All right, so this is where we end the GA Trends live on Ghana Talks Radio. Once again, I go by the name DJ Cham, the only DJ with the charming fingers. From now to 5:30 p.m., we go for some best of JQ jazz music right here on Ghana Talks Radio. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Ghana Talks Radio, and also follow us on all social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio, Facebook, YouTube, and also on other platforms live on Ghana Talks Radio. Stay tuned.